How does stick height contribute to time and dynamics? The higher it is, the louder it's usually going to be, as well as the harder it is going to be to play faster. So if you are playing like fast 16th notes or something at a lower volume versus higher volume is going to require more endurance, more strength, more speed, etc. Dynamic wise, if you're using the same velocity but changing how high or low you're playing, it's going to make it so it's louder, softer, etc. But if you change the amount of space you have in between the hand, if you're playing loud, you can actually play soft. So if you hold onto the stick too much and absorb the sound into your hand, what would be a loud height, but like at a low volume if you're squeezing too much. So even if you stay at the same height, you can actually change the amount of contact you have on the stick and the amount of space for the stick to resonate, and it'll actually change the volume of your playing. So you can actually change the dynamics without changing your height. So for example, so how fast I go from point A into point B will make it louder, but how much contact on here will also make it softer or louder, depending on what you're doing there. There's actually a video if you go on my home tab of YouTube. If you scroll down to the drumming tips section, this playlist has almost 100 videos with like tips in here, but this one talks about some differences in dynamics. Number 96, dynamics in drumline and concert percussion. So if you check out that one, I elaborate more on different things to consider and the different ways to go about it. Is a song that you can play with a practice drum pad? Yeah. I've got over 2,000 of them on my home tab, actually. There's a bunch of chop exercises right here, which is where we're doing the cheesy poof stuff. If you scroll down, there's over 1,000 grid variations. There's so many playlists, you actually have to click on the header to expand and show all of them. There's the limb independent stuff, a few hundred marching bass related exercises. There's drumline scores for like cadences and stuff. There's a ton of technique stuff. So many, again, you have to click on the header for this one to actually expand it. We've got a ton of exercises in here.